Set an appointment for our HVAC client out in Indianapolis. It's with some sort of health company. She oversees 30 locations, has a lot of HVAC units. She couldn't even think of the exact number, but she said there's a lot of big jobs always coming up. So we're going to get our foot in the door on some of those bigger jobs, get some bids out. So we got the appointment set for about a week from today, so it should be a pretty good one.
Got one this morning. It was a really good opportunity. Then this afternoon just got another one with roofer in Oakland. I'd spoken with this property a couple of other times. Finally got a hold of KDM this time. It's around 50,000 square feet. Have regular leaks going on, said that it would actually be super timely if we'd be able to get them some estimates right now because they're looking at getting some work done. So perfect timing, great opportunity. Excited to see how that one plays out.
All right, I got a pretty good appointment today for my Baton Rouge IT client. It was with a prospect for business management consultants. They had spoken with us before. They were about 2 years into their 3-year contract. Told us to give us a call. I'll give him a call about 6 months later. So got on the phone with him. He was more than willing to at least entertain a brief introduction, and did say that he was looking for solutions that had more visibility when it came to their pricing. He didn't really know exactly why it was priced the way that it was, so thought that at least gave us room to minimize their IT spend in some ways. Should be a pretty good meeting. It's at the end of the month, about 11 users, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I got an appointment this afternoon for my Dallas HVAC client. I spoke to the director of operations at a pretty large assisted living facility. It was about 575,000 square foot. They have 56 VRF systems, and they're looking to replace all of them by the end of this year. So we're headed out there next Friday to begin that conversation and potentially provide them some replacement quotes.
Set an appointment for our HVAC company out in Pennsylvania. It's like an event center. They have 24. Wait, hold on. They have 8 buildings. They have 250 total HVAC units. He's been trying to get in there for a couple of years, so I was able to line that up. So it should be a good one set for next week.
And then I will go ahead and call my shot for an IT appointment in either Calgary or Bowling Green.
Roofer in Orlando.
Pretty good morning. We have a pod wipe before lunch, so that's always great. I got one for my IT partner in Manhattan, waiting on another one, so hopefully I get that here after lunch. So I'm going to call my shot on that.
It's our third appointment, so we're starting off pretty hot. It was an assisted living facility. I spoke to the property manager. She actually oversees 2 facilities, a total of just under 400,000 square foot, 300 total units. So it's a pretty big opportunity. We're headed out there next Monday to make an introduction with them.
It's been good. I came in this morning, first thing, had an email response for an appointment that I spoke with the guy on Friday, and he finally got back today with selecting a time for that for our IT partner out in San Jose.
Got one for my Indianapolis software client this morning. Old lead from a few months back. Finally got him back on the books, so I got that set for later this month. And then I'm going to call my shot on my Portland client.
Doing pretty good. I also got an email appointment today. It was this assisted living facility I reached out to yesterday, and I couldn't get a hold of him because he was busy working on the roof. So the gatekeeper ended up giving me his email. He responded today. They clearly have some issues with the roof, and I think we're coming out there either next week or the next week after that. Still ironed out the details, but it should be a good opportunity. Proactive Data got word that the deal closed. I think it was 1,325 monthly recurring revenue, so pretty excited about it.
Pod's doing really well today. I think Christian's got 2 and Aaron's got 3. So just needing me and Jesse in on the board for the pod today. But I'll be calling my shot here in Knoxville. Yeah, I would start with Aaron. He's crushing it this morning.
So I'm hot this morning. I got 3 appointments. I got one with my client down in Ocala, Florida. It was a 23 user set for this month. Then I got one for my client in Buffalo. This was this was a 40 user. Got that set for this month as well. And then I just got another appointment for my client in Chicago. This was 80 to 90 user. And I got that one set for the end of this month as well.
Got 2 appointments this morning, both for IT clients. First one was with the local government organization. With the city manager, it's like 35 users, open to having a conversation. We're going to meet with them later this month. Other one was with in California. It was with another government organization. Spoke with the IT director there, 65 users. Said they'd like to see where we could be a resource for them, so I'm going to meet with them later this month as well.
Called my shot in York. I got a pretty warm lead this morning. He was wrapped up into things and wanted to continue conversations this afternoon, so I'm going to give him a call back. I'm feeling pretty confident about that one.
I got one this morning from my roofer in St. Louis. It was a pretty good one. 250,000 square foot warehouse that has leaks, so I'm really excited to see what happens with this one.
It's been a grind of a morning, but I'm confident in the afternoon I'm going to call my shot in Tampa.
I just put one on the board for my HVAC client, and now I'm going to start working on my IT, getting the prospects in my queue.
Just got one for our roofing partner in with an apartment complex. She said the roofs are like 24 years old, so it should be a banger on all accounts.
I was able to get one for our client over in San Diego, our roofer. I got an inbound call. I'd spoken with him yesterday, dealing with multiple active leaks. Pretty big health organization, one of their clinics, so it should be a pretty good one.
I'm hoping to get an appointment for my roofer in Houston this afternoon. I'm gonna call my shot on maybe my cleaner in New York or my IT client.
Good start to the morning, talked to a few KDMs, got some warm leads in there, and gonna call my shot for soaring towers this afternoon.
Talking to a lot of good people as well. Really hoping I get a call back from one of my East Coast IT clients. We've got to get some stuff going for them, but otherwise, should be hearing back from somebody out in Reno later today as well.
Got a few so far today, halfway to a pod wipe. We'll probably get another pod wipe today. So far, a pretty good week, but mine was actually an inbound from a record I suspended like a year and a half ago. So they have a bunch of issues. Somehow they have my number still. So that was out of the blue. So that was a cool appointment. Jack, what you got one? You got one in OKC,
yep,
right?
Got one in OKC. Nice old roofing appointment in OKC. Have a big 80,000 square foot roof. I'm actually going to call right now, but yeah, got an appointment set for next Wednesday, so I'm going to take this real quick.
I'll call my shot for Dayton Technology Group.
Got one for a roofer in Dallas. Property is around 1 million square feet. It's two different buildings. One of them is about 350K. The other one's about 650. Got active issues. Got something scheduled for next Wednesday. Meeting with the main maintenance supervisor, and then hopefully having some other people join the meeting as well.
The boys are absolutely buzzing this morning. He's got two, they each got an appointment, and of course their fearless leader is just getting a bunch of warm leads. But had a great partner meeting this morning with one of my partners going to continue service, which is great to see a happy customer. Yeah, the boys are absolutely cooking. Tell us about the appointments, guys.
Got an appointment for my client in North Carolina. 15 user nonprofit. They want a proposal. They want some help with cloud solutions, so they're in the market.
Got an appointment for my clients out in New York, Poughkeepsie. About 17 users. Actually has the need to learn the ERP for some SQL servers, so it's going to be a good one.
Got a couple good ones for my client out in Wisconsin. One is in Green Bay. It's with a large nonprofit, about 400 users. Talked to them this past fall, added us to an RFP. Followed back up with them to see if we could talk a little bit more about upcoming projects and to showcase a little bit more of our co-managed capabilities. So we're going to meet with him next Monday. And I also got another one with us in Plymouth. So they're right down the road from us, 12 users. Wants to see what we can bring to the table as a local resource and get a competitive quote from us. So that one's going to be a really good one as well.
Got a couple this morning, one for Shreveport. It's a law firm, about 70 users. Talked to the IT director, said he was the only one, looked for some additional help, so that should be a great conversation. The other one's in Edmonton. It is a property management firm, roughly 12 users, 2 locations. Spoke with the CFO, and she's open to meetings, so we're gonna meet with her next Thursday, and that should be a good one as well.
It's got to be a good deal both ways. Does that make sense? Good deal both ways. The best way to get a good deal and a better deal is to perform well, you know. And I think there's some truth to be said about if you look at the Yankees or the Cardinals or whatever. The good players get paid more money, right? And the best players make a little bit more than the coaches, right? The guy that plays first base, or ideally, makes more than the manager. I don't know about the Cardinals this year, they're stripping it down.
All of the big girl jobs that I've had, whether it be a very established company or not as established, there was always hiccups on day one. They almost told me that hey, setup's going to take like an hour because something's going to go wrong with your tech. And like none of the tech, there was no issues with like laptops or headsets or anything. So nice to like go into it smoothly. I feel like that's how it should be, but it was like refreshing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. In reflection, you knocked it out of the park. Anybody else?
I got a post about Evan's closed deal, Zach's closed deal, a proposal for Marge, the ABG podcast episode 63. It also features some Mario Kart footage, so that was really fun. And then I added Lauren Meyer to our CMO playlist. You'll be seeing posts about her and her updated interview. I've been using Balto to grade Arsenal appointments. It's still not picking up all of them, but for what I can, I've been using it, which has been really nice. And then I got out the daily recap from March 3rd, a post about a recent proposal from Brendan, the March 2nd daily recap, and a post about Casey's most recent closed deal.
Getting some of the final touches on it, so being able to have journeys on different object types, so we're defaulting to contact, we're going to add appointments, so just working on the UI part of that. Hopefully have that done in a couple hours. The back end's going to take me a while. That's what I'm doing next.
I finished up dashboards for the email marketing side of things. So if you set up your own domain, it'll create a whole dashboard for that specific domain you have, and all the emails, events for it, sent, complaint rate, bounce rate, all that good stuff. And then now I'm just working on showing them like how many emails they can send per day, and to unlock like more, like what they have to do, like they have to meet a certain rate of stuff after a certain amount of emails sent, so just gonna be working on that today.
I'm just finishing up some last minute edits for Nailed IT's site. Gonna send it to him right after lunch for him to review and see if he has any questions or revisions. Either today or tomorrow I'll be getting with Otto and kind of coming up with a plan for the Arsenal site because we're gonna be redoing that soon too.
Finished up some blogs this morning for some clients. Reached out to some of the BDRs and sales managers for our digital marketing clients. We're going to connect their emails to their website forms, so they can start, tracking leads that come in through the websites that way. And then going to be working on CBM IT's website this afternoon. Got a meeting with them tomorrow to kind of just go over some things and hopefully get that site launched soon.
I've been working on lists for clients this morning and sending those out, and then this afternoon I am going through and creating invoices for the following month, so that'll take up the majority of my afternoon.
I had a Calendly appointment from a MSP in Miami.
I had an HVAC. I connected with him and called him on LinkedIn. He called me back last night after hours, tried calling him back, did not answer. Called me back this morning after I messaged him on LinkedIn, and then set the app for tomorrow at 3:30. It's a pretty big HVAC mechanical contractor out of Kansas City. Should be a good one.
Nothing yet, 1 KDM. Yeah, that's it.
Had some technical difficulties this morning, so nothing yet, but yesterday reached out to a guy in Houston, the waste companies. He's met with them before. They're looking at recruiting, so we met with the regional operations manager, and they need some guys in Houston. We just gotta wait for them to pull the trigger, so we'll reach out. That's all I got so far.
I got one yesterday. Got 2 or 3 people on the phone this morning, working some follow-up. Should be something, in the next week or two. But yesterday, talked to an IT guy in LA. Pitched him on the platform, interested in learning more. He had a 3 o'clock appointment he needed to hurry up and get to, so didn't get a whole lot of info out of him about what he's currently using, but he was interested in talking, so set that up for later next week.
Sounds like Sam is getting us a new roofing partner somewhere. I'm not sure who he's on the phone with, but it sounds like a roofer. So let's just have a big afternoon. We had a slow start to the morning. We got a couple appointments, good, but let's pick up the activity and let's all get on the board here for a nice pod wipe. I don't know if we had a pod wipe in, well, it's been at least a couple weeks, so let's try to get that done today. Let's make that the goal. Pod wipe. At least one for the squad.
I want to make a shout out to you and Sam for breakfast this morning. That was clutch. Thank you.
My pleasure. Have a good lunch, guys.
Got my third appointment today as for my client in Utah. It's with a local landscaping company. They do design as well. Spoke with the owner there. Said that currently they use a computer as a server. I'd like to change that, get a real server. Said that they don't have any backup for their AutoCAD files, and they'd like to change that, have a better backup system for their softwares. They use a lot of Photoshop, so their computers need to handle those programs. So it should be a pretty good conversation. We're going to meet with them next Friday at 3 p.m.
Got an appointment today for my client in Albuquerque. I spoke with the property manager. They're currently taking bids on a full re-roof on the property, so we're going to be going out next week.